Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kelly Taylor in for Joe this morning.
And I'm Gina Bullard. KCPD investigating a fatal pedestrian hit and run that happened on eastbound I-70 just before 4 this morning. A man was hit while he was trying to cross the interstate between Brooklyn and Prospect Avenue. Now we have team coverage this morning. Bill Hurlbrink is following that accident here in the studio. Taylor Johnson is out in the field.
So the portion of I-70 is expected to be closed for several hours while they investigate. Taylor, what else do you know?
Well, Kelly and Gina, if you look right over my shoulder here, you can see the area where that pedestrian accident happened. Now, police say that this man was hit by more than one car in this crash, and they're hoping to find the person who hit him first so they can have a better understanding of what happened.
You know, we're willing to talk to them. We're willing to get their account of what happened, but it becomes more and more difficult for us to understand the longer it takes them to get a hold of us. So it's important that they speak with us as quickly as they can.
Now, police say the man died at the scene. They say another driver who hit the man was able to stop and give information to officers. They're also gathering other info from witnesses who were at the scene at the time of this crash. And officers say it's expected to take several hours here because they're gathering evidence. So they say I-70 eastbound traffic is being diverted off the exit at 14th Street and Truman Road, and they're getting cars back on the highway in a different direction. So definitely want to be sure to keep that in mind if you're driving today and you need to come in this direction. Now, as we get more information, we will be sure to update you as soon as we receive it. In Kansas City, Taylor Johnson, KCTV 5 News.
Thank you, Taylor. Very sad news this morning. And of course, with that highway being closed, there are going to be some detours. So let's go over to Bill Hurlbrink. He is continuing the team coverage. Bill, how can people get around this?
Yeah, so as Taylor alluded, all this traffic's being diverted off at Brooklyn Avenue. So all this eastbound traffic you can see pushed over to that right shoulder is exiting at Brooklyn. Now, from the camera previous to this at the Paseo, we're seeing a lot of people duck off early there as well, causing some confusion. That are just coming up over that little ridge out of the south side of the downtown loop, and they come upon this scene, and they try to exit there real quickly at the Paseo. So you can see traffic's pretty much jammed up now from the downtown loop all the way to the Benton Curve. The detour takes you Brooklyn and then over to 14th, where you head over to Prospect, and then police are putting you back on the highway here at Prospect, back onto eastbound I-70. And that's going to be in place, like Taylor said, for several hours, and we'll be continuing to watch that backup, as it's going to include the south side of the downtown loop as well. Now, westbound I-70 is the inbound run. There's more traffic headed west towards the downtown buildings than there is away from downtown for this time of morning. I'd expect some additional delays there as people come around the Benton Curve and start to see all the activity on the other side of the highway. Gina?